Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. So today we're going to talk about a new action MMORPG. So this April in 2020, a new game was announced called Project MELO. It is inspired by Diablo, Path of Exile, Ragnarok Online and Guild Wars 2. The main developer called Paintball is actually sitting in Canada and is developing the game, but he also have helping from other developers and also freelance developers helping on developing the game. In the first developer video, we see that this game is going to focus a lot on loot and economy, and also you can defeat epic bosses and get rare loot. You will also be able to trade with people and your friends or not friends, and you can get all the rare loot. So for getting the best loot in this game, it will actually be a combination of playing the game, kill the bosses, but also being able to loot, because maybe someone gets the best boots while someone gets the best shield for you, and then through trading it can be yours. Right now they are focusing on 3 to 4 classes so far, but at the moment they only show one of the classes in the video, that is called the Fighter. The Fighter is the only class at the moment. He uses a sword and shield. All animations created in the game at the moment when the fighter is moving is created by a freelancer that you can also hire for tasks if you want. On Discord he's called alirisa.anime94. The mobs they have created in the game so far is small jelly things that are jumping around, and they basically only follow you and doesn't attack you at the moment, but I'm sure he will add later on that it's gonna attack you. It's created with a standard AI technology, and also the loot in this game is going to be very similar to Diablo, where you can get magic find, so you can get higher chance for actually finding gear. The rarity of the items will be the same as in Diablo almost, where you have like the grey uncommon, then you have the green that is common, and then you have the rare that is the blue, and so on. Also, when you're getting an item, for example if you get a sword and it's tier 1, it will actually be a stick with some leaves on. A tier 2 sword is going to be a sword actually. So you have tier 1 sword that is a stick, and tier 2 sword that is actually a sword. And then you can just imagine the higher tier you're getting up in, then of course it will just be cooler and more cooler and cooler. I mean, just imagine how tier 10 sword is gonna look like. It's gonna be an apocalypse weapon or something like that. So it feels very rewarding when getting a new item. Also this game they're going to add personal chests and cities, and also it will be having a guild chests in the game also. Weapon and armor will change the appearance of your character, so when you get a new head or you get a new chest or weapon, you will look different. So also for the people who very like how they look in the game, they will be able to look different depending on the gear they are having on. The developers are still thinking today on if they should add capes to the game, for example showing the guild symbol they're going to have. So for example in Albion Online, if you have a cape you can see which guild you are in. So the game is also, the game developers is thinking about also adding that. In the developer video too, we are seeing that they have now implemented a skybox that is matching the graphics they are going for. Also the land of the developers they have now developed the land, so it looks like they are actually land under them and it's not just a box anymore. The theme of the game right now is going to be a forest theme, the land they are creating. So there's going to be grass and probably bushes and so on, stones, but also they are focused on creating very big trees that will make shadows down on you, so it feels like being inside a forest. You can also rotate items in your back. So for example, in Diablo where you have items, they are all like going down, the items that fills in your backspace. But in this game now you can also rotate them, so you can even make a better use of your back. Also you will be able to get backs in the game, so of course you get more backspace. In the developer free video, we are also seeing they have added clips to the game that is helping creating surroundings, and also so they can control which way people are actually going. They also created small lakes where you can walk through them. No swimming is adding at the moment. They are not focusing on creating swimming in the game yet, but of course maybe swimming is gonna be something they are going to implement later on. They are also thinking about decreasing the movement speed while walking in water, but that's still a thing they are thinking about, and they want YouTube comments on if that should be a thing or not. In the developer video 4, they are actually showing they have now implemented the chest in the game, so you can go to the chest and open it up and close it and put in items in your chest. And of course you will have the personal chest, and you will also have the guild chest. In developer video 5 they created on YouTube, they're showing off the window system. At the moment the window is basically just a copy of the main character, the fighter that we are playing as right now, or are looking at, but it's just a placeholder at this time. Every time you go to the city and visit the vendor, he will basically have new items for selling you. That's basically the same as Diablo. Every time you're logged on, the items will be different in the game. You can also sell and buy to the vendor and actually get like gold or currencies out of it, and if you regret you sold something, you will be able to buy it back, but it's probably only going to be actually when you sell it. If you go like log off and log on again, it's probably going to be away from your sold, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. In the dev video 6 they're showing that they have now created trees, and they are using some program called Speed Trees Modeler, where they actually have to paint first the leaves on the tree, and then this program here called Speed Tree Modeler is actually helping them with creating the trees in a fast way. Also they added the falling leaf effects, so when you walk on the trees they will actually show, there will be leaves coming down from the sky. A very cool thing they're showing off in the next developer video called 7 is that he has now created a town, or they have created a town. And right now the town, most of the things we see is just placeholders. They're probably still testing the things, but the first thing people are gonna see when they play the game is they're going to go into a big city where they're gonna be a very big town hall, or like some kind of a big street where you will be walking down. It looks very fancy. In the end of the street there will be this big town hall where you will go in and something will happen, but he is not elaborated on that yet. On one of the QSAs they actually ask how are the classes going to be, and he said that everyone is starting as a novice, and then later in the game you're going to meet your class vendors, or whatever they call class masters, and then you can choose your class from that. So I guess probably when you visit the city for the first time, you will then be able to go into the class hall and maybe pick up your class. But again, this is just conspiration from me, but he did though say that they're thinking about making the game so you start as a non-class, and then in the game you choose your own class, a bit like Final Fantasy Online. Also he confirmed that dungeons is also going to be a thing in this game, and I mean I feel like of course it should be a part of the game, and that's just really cool that he's actually including that, because dungeons is such an important thing in MMORPGs for my case. One of the reasons for why I don't play Black Desert Online is that it doesn't really have the end game like other games where you have like dungeon raids and so on, that is very end game related. So I really hope this game personally is gonna have that. In the last video they have created right now, it's the second last one, but the dev video 8, they're showing they are creating house assets right now. So basically they're creating houses, they show the model of the houses and how big it is for the character's size. I personally hope this game is gonna have some kind of housing. Normally I'm not really into housing in games, but this game here, so this game, and this is probably a message to the developers, but this game actually reminds me a little bit of Sword Art Online, how the graphics is and all and so on. So I could really imagine a really cool game in this game where you really go in depth with your character, you get better, you get stronger, you look nicer, and you can also have your own house, you can socialize with people in the streets, in the cities, trade with people. I really see this game can be a very strong social game where you're very social, have houses, dungeons, and also cities where you trade and chat with the other people. And how the graphics in this game is, it's just so nice and friendly. So I don't think this game actually will have toxicity. I think people will actually be quite nice when playing this game because it just in nature have such a nice graphic. Also, I don't think I saw all the videos and I haven't heard a single word yet about PvP. So I'm not sure if PvP is actually going to be a thing in this game, but for me, I actually don't care if this game is going to have PvP. For me, this game just looks very cool, PvE wise, so I'm really excited for this game. So thanks for watching everyone. This was Project MELO, and I'm really happy to talk about this game. And well, if you want to learn more about the game, you can always go to the Discord channel. They have Project MELO. I'm gonna leave down the link in the description. And thanks for watching everyone, and let me know in the description, what do you think about this game? Let us all know, and leave down a question if you have for the game. Maybe the developer is actually gonna see the comments here, so you know, leave down comments if you want. Thanks for watching, have a nice evening, peace out.